Okay, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, simply because I just came back from Jack in the Box again, and I want to eat my food while it's hot. I just had to vent a little bit. Um, I guess what I've been experiencing the last few weeks. I just don't understand why. I'm not saying all guys, but some guys get upset when you don't have the time that they want from you. Like, I used to think that if I decided not to be in a relationship and held off on a relationship for a while, I wouldn't have to deal with things like this. But, it's just kind of awkward, Um, like a few weeks ago, I had a guy, and he was trying to talk to me. Now, I was busy, I was doing my shopping and trying to get home, starving. I'm very grouchy when I'm hungry. And I mean, he wasn't even coming at me the right way. Ooh, damn. Girl, you are sexy. And he was walking behind me, so I know what he was looking at. And I'm just like, I'm still polite. I turned around, I smiled, thank you. And I kept on walking. Damn. You look good. Can I get your number? And I used to be like, oh, nice. No, no, I don't like giving up my phone number. But this time I was just a no. And he was just like, no. I was like, no. Oh, like that? Like that? And then he just like start getting this attitude, and I'm just like, are you serious? Are you, like, first of all, you didn't even come at me in the right way. So I mean, I guess with that, I should have expected a reaction like that, because he didn't even think to have enough sense to be polite to me. But anyways, so tonight I'm just getting off of work, and some guy was trying to talk to me. He wasn't even trying to holla. He was just, well, you never know, but um, he was trying to tell me about this project that he was doing that could possibly help me with what I'm trying to do with myself. And I was listening, and I'm like, okay, it sounds really interesting. And I'm letting him know what I want to do with myself, and he's letting me know how he can help and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, so, well, you have a business card? No business card. All right, you have a website? Just give me something so I could look at it, because, you can talk to me all day, but I need to see something with my eyes. Like, I need to read, I need to research. Like, I'm not just gonna accept it for being great because you tell me it's great. I've never met you before. And he was like, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm check it out. I'm about to go. Oh, wait, but no. And I swear, I don't know. Maybe he just been drinking, but he's been telling me the same thing over and over again. And like, I sometimes my patience just is short, and I just cannot deal with being told the same thing over and over again. Like, sometimes I either think, all right, do you think I'm stupid? Or do you just not realize you're not telling me the same thing over and over again? I understand. There's nothing more that I can learn from you that you're not already or that you're not giving me anything more than what you've told me already the first few times. And I was trying not to be rude. I was just trying to be like, okay, I'll check it out. I'll talk to you later. And every time I kept saying I'll talk to you later, no, 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 no. So then I just kind of had to use the forceful tone, like, look, I understand. I understood a long time ago, but I have to leave right now. I gotta go home. I do not want to wait a long time to get out of this place. I need to go home. And all of a sudden he got upset. Oh, good night then. But I just could feel it, like, just the way, like, he looked at me upset, he looked offended. And I was totally trying not to do that. I was totally trying to be nice. And to make it even worse, I mean, his breath was like not fresh either. And I mean, I take into account that, yeah, you've been drinking, but like me, it's really, really hard. Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, uh-huh. And I'm trying to breathe every time my hand is in front of my nose because I really do not want to smell that. And like I swear, like I'm afraid that you're gonna get offended by like the simplest things. So why is that? Why do some guys get mad? Like, do we owe every guy that tries to talk to us sometime? Because I like talking to people, and sometimes I have a lot to do, or sometimes if you didn't come at me at the right way, then I don't, I'm not gonna give you the time of day anyway, but what is it? I mean, I've always been a tomboy growing up, and I never experienced this with like guy friends, but I guess it was because, I wasn't trying to date them and they weren't making any moves on me, so I don't know. But I just had to rant a little bit, and I got it off my chest. Alright, good night.